Okay guys, so we're with the lovely Karen Stevenson, and Karen's just going to show us how she does waves. So this board is what, 400 by 360 or somewhere around there?
Correct.
And we're using 360 mils, give or take, of Passionart 1:1 art resin. So Karen's just measured out approximately, give or take a bit, guys, 180 millimeters of part B, and now she's adding the 180 mils of part A.
I should be wearing my gloves. Excuse me. Sorry.
No stress. I see you got some nice big fat sticks there.
I do.
For mixing up the resin. That's really cool.
Yeah, definitely helps.
So what you want to do, guys, is you just want to mix your resin, fairly slowly, not too fast. If you mix it too fast to aerate it, never use one of these drilling mixing bits like they do in America. And like you can see, Karen's wiping the sides of the container. So that's ensuring that all of the part A resin that was put in last comes into contact with the part B. And what's the next thing you do after that, Karen, once you get it all mixed?
I will separate approximately 30 mils of the resin so I can mix it with the
Topsail white.
Topsail white, and I also put aside between 10 and 20 mils of just the clear resin, which you'll see, which breaks the white line to allow me to make that. Push out those waves.
Push the waves out. Yeah, no, that's really cool. As you can see, guys, we're using a blue background. Karen's got time to sign. She makes all sorts of signs. And we're going to be able to offer you guys, different size boards with different coloured vinyls on them. So if you want to do something really funky and artistic, let us know on the website what colours you like. We'll have a range of standard colours up, but if you wanted something extra funky, like my favourite colour, bright pink with waves over it, Karen, what do you reckon?
Nice.
Maybe not. Anyway, guys, the black does look really good as well.
What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put aside approximately 20 mils, just the clear, nothing added to it.
Yeah.
And I'm basically just going to leave that aside. And then I'll put 30 mils aside, and I'm going to mix in some white topsail.
Yeah, it's really important, guys. Always give all your paste a stir in the container. Make sure it hasn't separated over time, and then add your paste to your resin.
Yep, so basically it's such a tiny amount. If you add too much, it's just not going to want to produce those cells, so it's really minimal. That's honestly how much I use. So.
It's just covering it.
Back to that, so that's that. And it looks really transparent for a few minutes, and then it just goes very opaque. So now I'll pour that resin onto the blue board and just let it sit, and I'll set a timer for 10 minutes for this white to thicken, and then you'll see the next step. It's a basic heat gun. I have it on about 3/4 temperature.
You always get a bit of dust, eh?
No. Okay, and then there I'll just, I set a timer. Hey Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
And that's how long I leave that white. And then we'll come back in 10 minutes and I'll show you the next step.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's coming out not so translucent.
No, definitely. Yeah. And if you leave it sitting too long, you will not be able to blow it out. You'd normally have a colour in it, wouldn't you?
Yes, that's right.
A dye. But, so I'm showing you if that was a colour, if you had that blue or whatever colour, I then use the clear. And what this is doing is separating the white from the colour.
Yes, if you just put the white straight on top.
So if I had blue there,
yeah,
and just put the white hard up against it,
it'll go muddy and
yeah, it bleeds into it. But ocean waves normally crashing on the beach, so you normally have a nice white finish. So I'm basically with the silicone cup just squeezing it. I don't want it too thick. I don't want the line too thick. And
you're doing that just behind the clear that you've done.
That's right. So I've still got enough there if I feel I need to go over it again, which I may do, but we will find out. So on slow speed, I again just warm up that resin. And then I go on high speeds. I'm still on that 3/4 temperature. You don't want it full, you'll burn it. It's as high as my heat gun goes. And basically, it does take a little bit sometimes for it to start to cook out. These waves at the moment are quite thin. I'm trying to get them a little thicker if I can. So as you can see, those cells are starting to
yeah, it's starting to form.
So what I might do is I might mind yourself, put another line through. Try and get them a little bit thicker. They're a little bit on the thin side. And repeat the process.
I love the blue vinyl background, eh?
Yeah, it is nice. You don't want to overwork it, which sometimes I can.
Yes, you can.
Sometimes
you
I
can tend to do that.
it and can actually ruin it. But just torch it anyway. And
You can see the cells all starting to pop open there, guys. And another option is to, like Karen's going to do now, is just use the gas torch and just give it a quick flame, and that'll help for the cells to pop open.
So you just want a very slight blue flame here. And they will develop more in the next 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, so over time, guys, the cells just keep expanding as the resin is heating up and also starting to cure.
And then normally you'd repeat the exact same process, you know, when it's cured, but and you'd come forward and repeat the process to give you layers.
Yeah, once it's set.
Yeah, once it's set. But for now, I'll just give you an idea and we'll see if we can get a similar. It may or may not work, but you get the drift. Because we'll use up the white. And A little bit harder to do when that bottom layer is still wet.
Yes.
But
Oh, well, it's a good example to show people options, you know.
definitely.
That looks really, really cool, yeah. And then once you've done your waves, once you've done them or before, you could put, you know, natural sands down the bottom or the colour passion beach sand colour theirs, and then add the little starfish, or actually buy some molds from us and make your own little starfish to go on. It's just endless what you could possibly do, really.
Absolutely. And just sometimes with that little bit of white I've got left over, sometimes I'll just tidy up that line a bit because it's a little bit squiff. And I'm a perfectionist. I mean, you might as well use your white. I'll blow that again a little bit actually. So it's actually very, very easy. The only thing I think we didn't mention was I warm both the A and the B up in a stainless pot of water for half an hour before I start. I don't think we mentioned that.
So that's just at tap temperature?
Yeah, so I don't, yes, boiling, very hot out of the tap, as hot as you can get it.
So just preheat your resins, guys. Do you preheat the hardener as well, or just the resin?
Both.
So yeah, Karen preheats both the hardener and the resin in really hot water for about, what, 20 minutes, half an hour?
Half an hour. And then just as a tip, milk bottle caps are great for keeping your work off.
Yeah, that's a very good idea.
Yeah, so that's it. That's how I make my cells.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you very much for showing us how you do that.
You're welcome. Thank you for your products. Like I said, I wouldn't have been able to do it without your products.
That's all good stuff. Okay, guys, so that's how you do waves. Karen's going to do hopefully a whole lot more tutorials over time on how to do waves and then do layering, like multiple layers to build up heights and that sort of thing. But that just gives you a quick insight into how you can get perfect waves every time.